do the first rinse, I'm going to add half a cap of the Unstoppables, and I'm probably going to add a cap full. Well, maybe not. I was originally going to put the cap full in the fabric dispenser, fabric softener dispenser. But I want to pour it directly in. So we are currently in part 3. Okay, originally when this pause happens, what I'm assuming what Speed Queen wanted you to do was to pull everything down. I don't know if y'all can get this or not, but kind of bring what's down up. Oh, this side's pretty light. I'm gonna put this over here. Okay, I'm sorry I'm not showing you this, but it's kind of hard to do it one hand. Okay, that side's the lightest. I'm gonna put you over there. Okay, and then see, I have the lid bypassed, so when that happens, you're supposed to open the lid, and it's gonna stay off when you do this. And this is so your clothes can get a thorough rinsing, especially for large to extra large loads, which I hardly do not recommend you do use the cycle for that, especially if you're the type that's just gonna set it and forget it. That's rinse number 2. The third rinse is going to happen without pausing. Anyways, the holidays were very good to me. So I got to get cracking on going to the gym again. I just let this whole month pass by because I was like, Januaries are always packed at every gym. Yes, that's my excuse. So, yeah, I'm going to start back next week. Oh, and then, hold on. My work week normally is 4/10s, 3 days off. I've been working 4/10 since I was 18 years old. I've been very lucky. If you've never worked 4/10s, it's 2 more extra hours. It's not a big deal. 3 days off, however, is a big deal. You rest. Your body actually rests. You feel great by the time the work week comes back. Unfortunately, right now, they screwed us on the overnights where I work at the airport, and they took most of our overnight runs and made them into 2-day schedules with overtime. My run gives me 47.25 or something hours a week. Another coworker of mine, he's got an overnight run which has 50.25 hours a week. That's automatic overtime. It's easy overtime. You don't have to work on your days off if you don't want to. And I said, and I gave up. I had a chance to bid for a 3-day off schedule, which only had 40 hours and 2 minutes or something like that. It was weird. Or maybe it was 15 minutes. I don't remember. But anyways, I gave that up to my dear friend. She's been very ill. She hasn't been feeling well, so she needed the extra days to rest. So I gave them to her, and I said, I just got a car. I need the overtime. And come summer, overtime's gone. It slows down dramatically at the airport. Right now, it's busy season from October to May. is the busy season. But anyways, if you've never worked a 10-hour shift with 3 days off, I highly recommend you find a job like that. I really do. I wish everyone would work 4 10s, excluding doctors and nurses. You know, there's a worst. You know, they have a pretty bad schedule, too many hours. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Maybe there might be less cranky people in the world if they work like that. 4 10s instead of 5 8s. Now it's in high speed. This has the longest spin, this cycle here. Including the spray rinses, this is about a 15-minute spin cycle. It started about 9 or 10 minutes after the last spray rinse. I don't remember. I should have checked. But anyways, I'm not going to let it complete the spin cycle because I got to give it the 2 rinses. So I'll let it go to 6 and then I'll pause it, reset it, and do the rinse and spin with the second rinse. When did my passion for washing machines start? For those who are curious, a lot of people just don't get it. People collect cars, restore them, and that's a hobby. And there are people who do the same thing with washing machines. Washing machines are very fascinating. I'm sorry. Oops, 6. I think mine started when I was small. We lived on a ranch, and Mom decides for entertainment. I don't know if I told you guys a story or not. To sit me on the agitator of the turquoise agitator of a square wringer washer from Maytag, and just rotate me round and round on it, side to side, slowly, and that's where it started. I'm guessing, and of course the bright colors help from the agitator as well. Because we eat with our eyes first, If it looks good and if it's very colorful, we'll go for it most of the time. I'm going to pause here for a second so I can do the Unstoppables. Once in a while you'll get an Unstoppable gets pretty high up on the wall of the inner tub, and you gotta help it down. It's dirty. Oh, it didn't do it. No air bubble this time. Unless it did it while I wasn't looking. See, with the really cold water, it takes a long time for the Unstoppables to fully dissolve. A lot of these will drain out. See, there's still some floating. Those that are floating will drain out, but those that are stuck in between the folds of the fabric, they're going to stay in there. And by the end of the last rinse, they'll be fully dissolved. If I was doing a delicate load, there's no way of extending the rinse. So what I would do is start the cycle over, put it on low soil level, and no extra rinse, just let it go. The main wash will be the rinse. It's going to be a really long rinse, and then the rinse itself will be for the fabric softener. Because on gentle, it takes even longer for the Unstoppables to dissolve with really cold water. 650 RPM for a spin speed is not bad, but I mean, it could be better. I mean, if it had 100 more RPM speed, that'd be great. Alright, final rinse.